Welcome to the Oregon Fly Fishing Blog. I'm Jay Nicholas. This is another in our series of saltwater fly tying and fly fishing videos. Hey, welcome back to our saltwater fly tying series. We're going to tie an albacore fly. This is for cast and strip fishing. Could you troll it? Absolutely, you sure could. But the idea is if you ever get a chance to park the boat and cast to feeding albacore, you're gonna love it so much. Heavy use of Steve Farrar blend in this fly. This is a Steve Farrar blend white, and you'll find that this is really tied way forward on the hook shank, and it's all tied above the plane of the hook. First layer is not tied reverse style, doesn't need to be. Some of the successive layers will be tied reverse style. So there's white. Then we have a little layer of bleeding gray. These flies are fished fast. These albacore, you know, I don't have that much experience with them, but boy, I love every tiny bit of experience I've had. They're in the, say, 15 to mid 30 pound range. They have got power beyond power. They will outfight. Now I'm tying this in reverse style. They got power beyond that I've experienced with a king salmon. I love these fish all. Albacore are just there, streakers. So there's a little bit of bleeding gray, and here is some few strands, like half dozen strands of smolt blue, crystal flash, fairly long, tied right on top of that reversed bleeding gray. And then I have some bleeding mackerel. Bleeding mackerel I've discussed in some other videos is just an absolutely amazing color mix. It's greenish, bluish. It's got some black in it, got some sparkly blue, some sparkly black. And notice I did not tie that in reverse style, and here's why. I'd really intended to, but I didn't leave myself enough room, so I am adapting as I go. A very sparse topping of black. This is Midnight Blitz, Steve Farrar blend. Now I've got a bunch of wild little frizzies in there. I'm going to add a fairly large eye to that. First, a dab of hydro. Get that all locked in. Now this is a Cure Goo eye in the lava color. That's a big eye. That is an attention-getting eye. That's one of the things about saltwater baitfish patterns, that, you know, some are considered quite imitative Some are much more conceptual in nature, and they attempt to sometimes even over dramatize features of the natural critters. So I feel a need. Those eyes are so large and so precarious. I feel a need to hold them in place, so I'm going to do so. And you can't see what's going on, but I just got a little bit of my tack free in there. And now the eyes, I've got them pinched a little bit too close at the bottom, so I can, since I just had a little bit on the top, I can spread them out a little bit. There we go. Now nobody's going anywhere that they're not supposed to. Now I'm actually going to come back with some thick. Now this bottle's been sitting there on the table for a couple of hours since I've used it, but it's still going to flow. So I like to give myself It is so amazing. You cast, you got boiling albacore, you're the boat, you're fishing 400 to 500 grain integrated shooting heads, fast sinking lines, which is on 12 weights, which is fun all by itself. Make sure you practice before you go for the first time. And then you strip like crazy, and sometimes you can see these fish coming at your fly right by the boat. Sometimes they will reject your fly at the last possible moment. Sometimes they take it when you have like 5 feet of fly line out to your leader. It is the most thrilling thing. Well, the most thrilling. It is a very thrilling thing. I haven't fished for tarpon. Probably never will. But tarpon have to be on. You know, snook, tarpon, redfish. Each of these fish has their wonderful features. Here you go. This is a little bit of trimming here, dude, because some of those fibers are just a little bit too long. But here is an albacore cast and strip fly. That's Gamakatsu SC15 3/0 Steve Farrar blend. This fly, it catches fish. Thanks.